May the traders nurture our fortune.
So before you do anything else, you'll want to head over to the quicksand and speak with Momodi.
I know a bloke he might fancy speaking to, and he you. You'll find him over at the Ul'dah dispatch yard.
A young woman from a very prestigious family has run away from home.
Oh, Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line, forgive my weakness.
Forgive my selfish desire to assure your welfare.
I don't recall requesting an escort.
Dear Lilira, for my sake, please stay out of harm's way. As for you, dear friend, for Lilira's sake, please stay in harm's way.
Crystal Bearer.
What the fuck?
Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
You should join me, my friend. Come and bear witness to history in the making.
This is wisdom.
That the golem could be vanquished. That was no ordinary adventurer.
Damn, seems I've missed all the fun. I see you didn't need my help this time. I would compose a ballad in your honor, but I fear no words would do you justice. The songstress of Ul'dah herself could not rival your beauty.
Oh, stop it, you.
I've oft heard it said that a blossom's beauty can move a man to love and long, but I never truly believed it until I met you two desert roses.
I hear they attacked another caravan. And business is suffering for it. Bloody Amalja. What stirred him up, you reckon?
Another raid, and I'll wager that caravan was carrying crystals, much like the last. If they truly mean to summon a primal, we must act quickly.
Are you coming, love?
Perish the thought. So tell me, where in this marvel of a city might you lovely ladies be staying? At this rate, grain will soon be more precious than gold. A result of the uncommonly bad harvests, to be sure. And we have you to thank for them, do we not? Aye, this weakening of the etheric flow must surely be linked to Dalamud's descent. And, of course, to the primals. A fine mess, but we must not lose hope. Louis Sois will know what to do. We need only trust in his judgment. Truly a marvel of Charlian ingenuity. It's as if I could reach out and touch the ether. Time to focus. No more gallivanting about like before. The Scions are counting on you. Have faith. Just have faith. You can do this. This disturbance is recent. A sultan tree. Maybe Papashan will know something of it. Looks like they gave you quite a thrashing. Can you walk? It's me. I was too late. Now a person of interest had already quit the scene. The General. Very well, I shall be there and on. My colleagues went to great lengths to provide me with a means to detect etheric disturbances, but every time I find one, you seem to be in the middle of it. I'm starting to wonder if it might not be simpler just to follow you around. Sadly, I have business elsewhere. Tread softly, my friend. The carefully laid trap you dismantled was clearly sanctioned by Lord Lolorito. I heard the Blades mention him as they fled. Believe me when I tell you that he is not a man to be trifled with. The Sultana's enemies grow bolder by the day, and I suspect that they have the support of outside forces.
Thank you. If you hadn't come along, those bastards would surely have slaughtered us all. I would speak with you further, but it isn't safe for us to linger here. Find me at the Coffer and Coffin later. Until then, stay safe.
I am just glad you are okay.
I shall accompany Whiston and his men. They need protection, and I need more information. But where are my manners? I've yet to properly introduce myself. I'm Thanquid, a humble scholar surveying the flow of ether in Fanelin. It's an honor and a privilege to make your acquaintance. I hope when next we meet it is under more auspicious circumstances. Farewell.
Yeah, farewell.
Wait a moment. It occurs to me that we may have... Never mind.
Oh, he's cute. There's Wystant.
12 bless you, my friend. You risked your life to save ours. Betrayed by my own guards. God, I was a fool to trust those men. Lolorito owns the goddamned brass blades. I should have questioned their motives from the start. Even so, I could hardly have predicted that the wealthiest men in Ul'dah wouldn't want me dead for the heinous crime of seeking to change the law. I'm just a merchant, for God's sakes. That ruthless bastard. And what of that monstrosity? Those were his own men. It beggars belief. Well, that's it. I'm finished. If I stay in Ul'dah any longer, I'm as good as dead. My associates, my friends, gods, even the children may not be safe if I don't disappear. And you, gods damn it, if Lolorito learns of your involvement, you'll be next. And I'll speak with the others and make sure your part in this stays secret. Beyond that, I don't know what to suggest. Maybe you should seek the counsel of Mistress Malmodi. She's helped countless adventurers in her time. Maybe she'll know what to do. And go quickly now, my friend. Lolorito's spies may be watching.
You got nothing to worry about. No one seems to know you are at the ruins. Weston, on the other hand, is now a pariah. About as welcome around here as a rabid wolf, poor bugger. Suffice to say, that boy risked the wrath of the wrong man. Lord de Lolorito, chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company, generous contributor to the Order of Nalthal, and member of the Syndicate. Didn't get where he is by leaving loose ends, that one. Which is why he ain't above killing his own men. Hells, even if those Blades knew what was coming, it's not like they could have refused to do their benefactor's bidding. Just don't let this color your view of Ul'dah. It's true that there are some here who ain't afraid to crack a few skulls if it gets them what they want, but most of us are decent folk just trying to make ends meet. You know, a lot of people would call you a damn fool for risking your life to save a marked man. But I believe he did a good thing, and for that you have my respect. Happens I know a fella by the name of Dadanan who needs a hand. He's a merchant by trade, selling precious stones to those in Ul'dah with the means to buy them. He's asked that I send any looking for work his way. You can find him over in Horizon if you fancy.
That must be him.
Miss Arian, I presume? Momodi said to expect you, and so I have. Welcome to Horizon. Ours is a trading settlement that sees goods in from the port of Vesper Bay to the west, and trade we do. I suggest you to speak with Fufalupa in the morning. I think he has a task for you. Pray allow me to enlist your aid, brave adventurer. I would have you ascertain the whereabouts of a missive I sent to Lost Hope the other day. Captain Leofric is stationed there. Ever since he was transferred, we've exchanged letters, but never before has it taken this long to receive a reply. And so I fear that the courier may have met with some misfortune en route.
Fufalufa sent you all this way because of a late letter? The boy is still far too earnest. Despite my demotion, he continues to call me captain. I suspect he has no idea what it means to be transferred to Lost Hope either. The Brass Blades don't give a kikrin's arse about this settlement. No one in Ul'dah does. All here have been forsaken, adventurer. The refugees, their protectors. You will be too, if you're seen associating with us. As you may have noticed, I'm in no shape to leave Lost Hope right now, so in my stead, I'd like you to return to Horizon and give this dagger to Fufalupa.
This ornamental dagger has remained in possession of the brass blades of the Rose for centuries, traditionally passed down to a new captain.
I received word from Captain Leifric the other day. Thank you for delivering the letter for me. Why do you have that dagger? Only a captain of the brass blades of the Rose is permitted to possess it. Captain Leifric says I'm to have it? There must be some mistake. He couldn't possibly mean to tell me that... No, of course not. I'm not worthy to wield it. Nevertheless, I shall respect the captain's wishes and take the dagger into safekeeping until he comes to reclaim it. Thaumaturges from the ossuary are presently surveying the footfalls for ancient relics. As the area is rife with wild beasts, the Horizon garrison's been charged with their security. But Captain Baldwin sent only a handful of brass blades. Despite his assurances to the contrary, such a small unit cannot possibly be sufficient to protect our patrons. I would have you offer an assistance to my comrades. Pray travel to the footfalls and speak with Toraruna.
The old man in the carriage said to be wary of brass blades. I should be careful.
A bleeding adventurer come to help. I ain't heard nothing from Captain Baldwin about this. He said trusted men only. Any road, we got this under control. And besides, this operation ain't got nothing to do with Fufalupa. Boy's got to stick up his arse the size of a sabotender. It's no wonder the captain told him to stay at Horizon. Hey, adventurer, mind running a message to Crescent Cove for us? Captain Baldwin's planning some festivities for the thaumaturges, see, and he wants them treated to the finest food and drink. Nothing but the best for our distinguished guests, huh?
Sure.
Head west and south to the village and tell Raffi that he's to deliver a bounty of fresh fish to Horizon for the feast.
That sounded like a good opportunity to have a look on the inside. But where is that damn fisherman?
Hey you! You're an adventurer, are you not? I know this is sudden, but I have no one else to turn to. Last night, a gang of bandits from the Kivaron Manse were in their cups, and I overheard them discussing their plans. It seems they've come to collect gemstones stolen from Copperbell mines. Nashashite, I think I heard one say. They're to meet with their co-conspirators soon at the footfalls.
What did you say? Illicit exchanges and shadowy dealings. The brass blades cannot abide such malfeasance. Forgive my eavesdropping. I came to Crescent Cove merely to thank you in person. I never imagined I'd uncover a criminal conspiracy right outside Horizon's gates. We must act quickly if we're to apprehend these thieves. I'll notify Captain Baldwin at once.
No, wait, you mustn't... Oh, God. You must stop him before it's too late. Captain Baldwin himself is working with the bandits.
I will stop him. You stay here.
Captain Baldwin, sir, I've discovered something shocking, something horrible. Someone's been stealing gemstones from Copperbell mines. Wait. Those gauntlets. Those boots. Why, you're one of Krivaron's men. Sir, that man is a thief and a scoundrel.
And what of it? His coin's good, and that's what counts.
What? Captain Baldwin, are you working with these men?
I told you to stay in Horizon, Fufalupa. Didn't have to be like this. They'd get their Nashashite, I'd get my gill, and none would be the wiser.
But, sir, what if your crimes are uncovered? What if Lord Lolorito finds out?
You God's damn fool, don't you see? I'm acting under the authority of Lord Lolorito himself.
No, that can't be true.
Why do you think people join the brass blades, Fufalupa? To serve and protect? We're not the bloody flames here. We do this for the coin.
You there, adventurer. You remember me? Well, I remember you. I'm Sir Baron von Kivaron Forst the Squire. You killed my brother, and now I'm going to return the favor.
If you wish to help us, then deal with the Baron.
The quest that Captain sent me.
Well, that settles it. It's clearly in everyone's best interest that both of you die.
That's enough, Baldwin. Your partner's dead and your plans are undone. You've no reason left to fight.
Stay out of this, Leifric. I don't take orders from you. And they have spared your life before, but if you interfere, I will not show you mercy.
And what mercy he show you, I wonder? You have done so much in another man's name.
What are you blathering on about?
Every fisherman in Crescent Cove knew about your meeting, you arrogant fool. Giveron's men couldn't keep their mouths shut. Imagine Lord Lolorito's surprise when he learned that a rank-and-file brass blade was using his name to advance a personal agenda.
He knows? 7 owls. But I am a captain, he wouldn't—
I was once a captain too, remember? And we both know what happened to me. Well fought, boy. You've done the brass blades of the Rose proud.
Captain Leofried, Captain Baldwin, he said that Lord Lorito...
Lord Lorito wouldn't waste his time on a small-scale smuggling operation. This is all Baldwin's doing. What else did he say? That all our brethren are no better and that each and every one cares for naught but coin? Mere excuses to justify his schemes. Nah, we've no shortage of greedy sods, some who'd probably sell their own mothers into slavery if the price was right. But there are men like you, Fufalupa, men good and true, whom the small folk respect. Which is why I gave you the dagger. The brass blades of the Rose need a leader with honor, and you're the most honorable man I know.
Captain... So much has happened. Captain Baldwin has been arrested and stripped of rank, which means the Brass Blades of the Rose no longer have a captain. Until a new one's designated, I've been ordered to serve as acting captain of the Horizon Garrison. Though doubtless this is only a temporary assignment, I'll do my utmost to represent my brethren and protect the people of Horizon. I salute you, honored friend. As acting captain, I should be much obliged if you would grant me a personal request. In our efforts to ascertain the full extent of the former captain's corruption, we'd been poring over his personal correspondence. Our search unearthed this sealed letter addressed to a man named Owick, but he's one of the Sultan's sworn elite. I can think of no reason why he should have any dealings with Baldwin. We now know that the former captain was consorting with a coalition of criminals. Could it be that Owen was too? This letter may well serve as evidence of their collusion, and so I dare not tamper with it myself. But given the events of recent days, I knew not whom to trust with this information. Pray bear the letter to Mistress Momodi of the Quicksand and relate circumstances of its discovery. Not only is she a staunch supporter of the Sultana, but she's well acquainted with the Sultan Sworn. She'll know how best to proceed.
I want you to know that I'm grateful for everything you've done for the people of Ul'dah. Even though you've seen the seedier side of our city, you've continued to help your fellow man. Believe me, the folk around here will love you for it.
Mimodi,
Huh? What is it? Looks like you got something to say.
I have some important news from Fufalupa.
So that's what this is all about. Fufalupa is thinking Owen might have been in league with Baldwin, that this letter could be proof of something shady. Well, he needn't worry. Owen's as loyal a Sultan Sworn as I've ever known. That haven't the foggiest what this says, but... Wait a minute. Wasn't Owen the one who... Oh, health. I've got a bad feeling about this. Listen, I think I know what this is all about, but I need you to swear to keep it quiet. If you'd rather wash your hands of this business, I won't hold it against you, but if you're determined to see it through to the better end, say the word and I'll explain.
Is the word trouble? Come on, we're friends now. You can tell me anything.
Listen closely. The outside world believes Ul'dah to be a sultanate, ruled by Sultana Nanamo Unamo. Truth is, though, it's the 6 wealthiest citizens that hold the most sway, the Syndicate. Be that as it may, the Sultana's still got the support of the people. But she might struggle to keep even that if a certain incident becomes public knowledge. It pains me to say it, but Her Grace's crown, the symbol of the royal dynasty's been stolen. And Owen's the Sultan Sworn who was charged with guarding it that night. I bet anything this letter was written by the bastards who made off with the crown. It can't be a coincidence that a man we knew to have been fraternizing with thieves had a letter for Owen of all people, at this of all times. You need to take this to the man himself. Tell him the Modi sent you and that it concerns a lost heirloom. If it looks as though the fellow needs help, I want you to lend it to him. The future of our fair city may depend on it.
Nobody tells you damn Ul'dah is a fucking mace. Hey.
The heart of the Sworn lies beyond. State your business.
Mimodi send me. It's about the lost heirloom.
Pardon? Did you say a lost heirloom? Proceed.
Damn, was I supposed to suit up?
Well met, adventurer. What business brings you here this day?
This is for you.
A letter. Very well, let's see it. Have you read this, adventurer? I see. But you have some inkling as to its contents, I think. Mistress Momodi has doubtless explained to you the significance of the crown and what its loss could mean for Her Grace and the Sultana. This theft shames the Sultan Sworn, and me most of all. The blame's mine, you see. I grew lax in my duties, and in a moment of carelessness... it'll do no good to recount the tale now. Since the hour of the theft, we've searched frantically for any signs, any whispers as to the whereabouts of the crown. We found nothing. The identity of the thieves and their motives seemed fated to remain a mystery until you arrived bearing this ransom note. In it, the criminals state their price for the return of Her Grace's crown. And though it pains me to say it, I fear I have no choice but to acquiesce to their demands. Too much is at stake to do otherwise. The crown symbolizes Her Grace's birthright and identifies her as the custodian of the old legacy. It must be recovered. I'll travel to the unholy heir and pay them their ransom. Though I'm not foolish enough to meet these men alone as they stipulate, I dare not bring a host of my comrades, lest the thieves take fright. Friend, would you consent to be present for the exchange? Mistress Momodi has always spoken of you in the most glowing terms, and I've never yet had reason to question her judgment. On behalf of all those still loyal to the Sultana, I beseech you, help us in our hour of need.
You can count on me. Am I here too early?
I've come as agreed. Now, show me the crown.
You'll have your precious crown, once we've been duly compensated.
Do you think me a fool? What assurance have I that you will honor your part of the agreement?
Now, Owen, you're the least trustworthy man here. Not only was the crown stolen on your watch, but it looks to me as if you violated the terms of our exchange. Did we not say that you were to come alone? And given that you're not alone, what guarantee have we that there isn't a company of archers surrounding us even as we speak, ready to feather me and my men with the moment they catch the glimpse of the crown? You've made a mock of our trust. The deal's off.
Wait, here's your payment, as promised.
Aye, 'tis the real thing. 1,000 thanks to you, boy. You've succeeded where scores of thieves have failed. And now, at long last, we have it. The power to create an army of undying soldiers, a traitor's spurn.
No, it can't be. What have I done?
Surely you must have wondered what it was that you were handing over. What it was that seemed as valuable to us as the crown seemed to you? Or did you assume we were feeling charitable? But you must feel terrible knowing that you've brought us the doom of Sylvie. Worry not, boy. We'll grant you a quick death and spare you further ignominy.
Run while you still can. I'll do my duty.
It's your duty to serve the Sultana, lad. And you'll be doing it for a good while yet.
Is that...
Sultan Sworn, put these thieves to the sword and secure the crown.
Sultan Sworn. No matter. Kill them all.
Master Papashan, but why? How?
The general saw you sneak into the vaults, Owen. He suspected something was afoot and ordered us to keep an eye on you.
The Flame General? He ordered you to look after me?
Master Papashan, Moorland to the north.
After them, Sultan Sworn, they have the crown. This lot sought only to delay us.
You all right, Owen?
Let us speak again back in the city.
Sure.
The source of his strength becomes clear.
Ugh, more trouble.
You may have bested the golem, but you will not fare so well this day.
Shit.
O mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command, that I may smite mine enemies. Your very being imperils the plan. You cannot be suffered to live.
Let's do this.
Soon you shall take your vile gifts to the grave. Whence springs this preternatural might?
Is that Thancred?
You certainly have a knack for getting into trouble.
Missed me?
An unwelcome guest. No matter. All shall fall before me. No mortal should possess such strength. But the wisdom of the Paragon should be brought low by mere mortals.
Paragons? This is indeed a disturbing revelation. We had long suspected the involvement of the Bringers of Chaos, the Ascians, to give them their true name.
The Bringers of Chaos?
But we could not be sure they were responsible for the recent disturbances until now. As if the Sultanate needed any more enemies.
Have you guys crossed paths with them before?
Have we Sharlayans crossed paths with Ascians before? Well, we've certainly... Wait, I don't recall telling you about my homeland.
I kind of seen it.
Ah, yes, that's right. You're one of the gifted. You know, this marks the third time I've found you in the midst of trouble. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you're a lodestone for it. Anyway, I'm glad I started following you around. Who knows what grand conspiracy you'll stumble upon next. I jest. Had I truly been watching your every move, I wouldn't have taken so long to intervene in your latest altercation. But all's well that ends well, huh? Our masked friend is no more, and while I very much doubt we've seen the last of his kind, his demise will likely grant us at least some respite. And on that note, I must away.
That crystal looks different.